humanity. It's February 11th, 2019, and it's your lucky day again because you're on Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, my name's Paul.
Hi, I'm Bev.
And guess what? We have somebody between us.
We do.
We're going to call her Kaileen Cox. We call her Kai over here.
Yeah. Right.
Hi, Kai.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello, everyone.
So she is special, and she's from the Chicago area, and we're going to have fun with you today.
Yes.
But we want to make sure you all know what the question is for today. How do you get wealthy with BioTouch? Good little question. I always like that dollar sign. It's sort of everybody. We posted that, and people went, "Huh? What?"
Get your
so
attention.
It stops people right away.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about that. But first thing we want to do is share with you our dream catcher and wonderful recipient that was put into the middle of it. So Beth, tell us about the dream catcher.
Yes. Oh, this beautiful dream catcher. It was actually created from a vision by a lovely lady, Lorraine Mills. Became manifested in December 12th, 2012. It is a, just one of those webs of sharing, and it's hanging in our center.
Yes, it's 4 feet across, and it's made with mesquite branches on the outside. Then the webbing is was done by a few ladies, and then different things from around the country, from different parts of the country. And so what we do is every so often put somebody in the middle. And this week we are putting a dear friend of ours, Kathy Dorson. She was the longtime recipient, and I guess, Kai, you worked with her too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the honor of working with her.
Yeah, and she just passed away January 30th.
Yes.
Very sudden. She used to come to all of our trainings, was a recipient every time she came into town, and just within days of a problem, she had passed away.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So we send love to her. She's in the center of the dream catcher you can see there. So we send love to her and her family. And
she will be missed.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you'd like to be in the dream catcher, you don't have to die. You can also just have it for healing work. So just give us a call, send us your picture, email us office@justtouch, and we can put you or a loved one in the center of the dream catcher to just sort of energize some healing for you too.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
So, Kai,
Yeah.
it's about you.
Ooh,
It's all about me.
It's all about you.
You knew that already,
You, that generation, we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about you.
And I'm the baby of 4 kids, so
Well,
it's really all about me.
boy.
Oh, no.
So that brings up a good question for me is, how did you even get involved in BioTouch?
Luckily, my mother. So she had learned about it
Tell the people out there.
many years ago. And then when she moved out to Tucson, she took the class, and she bought the family group price, and she's like, Kai, you got to do this.
Wow.
And finally I did it.
You did.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because when I met your mother, I realized she had actually taken the class from Norman in that group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she goes way back,
yes.
before we
Oh
even
my
had the
gosh.
BioTouch Center here.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your brother Pete has
Right.
taken the class too. So
It's all in the
it's a
family.
affair. Yes.
So how do you like BioTouch? How does it work for you, and how do you use it in your massage work? Kai, by the way, is a massage therapist who's moving into other kind of work with intuitive healing and things like that.
Yeah. So I absolutely love BioTouch. I think it's a great way to connect with my client. The most way I use it would be if a client comes in all stressed out, they're running late for their massage, whatever, I have them. I just do the greeting and I do the stress set, and I find that their breathing changes, and they really start to relax into that massage, which is pretty incredible. Just 30 seconds,
Wow.
got them breathing different. And then I use it a lot with my family. Luckily, my husband has learned, the greeting, the stress set.
So you get some too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
It's pretty incredible because if we get in a fight, and we're newlyweds, so it happens. He gets the manual. He's like, okay, gotta do this.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So
That's so
I'll be
cool.
like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving the room? And then he comes back and I'm like, oh, I'm already not mad at you.
Darn that BioTouch.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because that's part of our 21-day challenge. If you'd like to be part of it, of just doing the greeting with another person.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, and that will change your life. It will actually create wealth for you.
Yes.
So let's talk about that wealth. And we have shared in the past that health is wealth. So, is it?
I think it is. Are you asking me?
Yes.
Well, first of all, let me say, and you and I were talking about this earlier. I think that what humanity is having, we're being brought to a point because we're all beginning to think differently. We have to redefine what that word wealth means. We really have, for eons of time, it's had everything to do with material possession and what we term as money. But, if you think about what money is, we exchange it. So it's a type of giving in itself. I think something like BioTouch, though, now, somebody says, well, how does a healing technique have anything to do with wealth? But I think it's that story of BioTouch that brings us into the consciousness eventually, the awareness, making different choices and being empowered. Because, let's face it, when you are polarized in pain and suffering, that's where you are. When you begin to feel healthy and there's something that sparks in us, and we can begin to really share ourselves, because up to that point you're like focused here. But so for me, BioTouch brings us into that whole journey of opening up and being able to share not just BioTouch, but eventually our whole lives with other people. And when you're doing BioTouch, that's what you're doing. It's an extension of your whole expression of your life. It really grounds us there. So
Kai, how do you think of that statement, the wealth of
that health is wealth?
Yeah, and that BioTouch can bring it to a wealth that maybe we've never experienced before.
Well, so I live and work in.
Talk to the crowd.
Yes. I live and work. I'm shy.
Not.
So I live and work in an area that's very wealthy. And I find that, like, I have clients that have no problem getting weekly massages, but once they start getting on that path, there's this transition, it kind of seems like, where, like, the only thing that really matters to them is their health and how they're feeling. And then, more importantly, their families and how their families are feeling. So that's why I think BioTouch can make you so wealthy, because it gives you that connection, and also it puts you inside of your body, and you're aware of what's going on, your innate ability to heal, and everything.
Yeah.
Innate.
Yeah.
The name of her company, Innate.
Oh. You have a company now.
Yeah, it just happened.
So yeah, I mean, I've always thought about, and I thought of this statement it was sort of a network marketing thing, and they were teaching how to brand, and I thought, there's no better network marketing program than BioTouch, because in this network marketing, everybody gets wealthy.
Right.
Yes.
There's no hierarchy. There's not the guy who started the company and he gets all the big bucks and it trickles down, and if you sell X amount of products, and then you have to make sure people keep buying the products. Here's a product, a system called BioTouch that everybody can do and immediately notice the results. And like you said, puts you in your body. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yes.
grounds you in that. And then it grounds you in relationship, like you talked about with your husband. Just by doing the greeting.
Right.
What could be more, there's no price tag on that.
Right.
Well, I like what you said about, brings them into their own body, but the two things that they care about is their own health eventually and the health of their families.
Mm-hmm.
This is now, it's the family unit that helps us in the beginning to start sharing ourselves, right?
Right.
So as Paul and I talked about on another show, that wealth is like affluency, but affluency comes in the sharing of something.
Right. Yeah. Fluency is a fluency when you give it away. And that's, it's not about giving up our wealth. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're a socialist or a capitalist or a Taoist or whatever political or social economic belief system you have. It's about sharing with one another. I'm going to read what Diana Ross sang in her. If you saw the Grammys last night, it was awesome. It was the older crowds with the younger crowds, and everybody was talking about sharing. Everybody was talking about love. And here Diana Ross sang from her song that I looked it up. It was 1970.
Oh, wow.
This was her hit. And the basic, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We can.
Yes.
Oh, we can.
And BioTouch makes it possible for everyone to do this. There's no hierarchy, which is, I learn a lot of techniques. There's always, the master, that kind of thing. As soon as you learn the greeting, you're as effective as Paul, who's been doing it for...
The master.
Yeah, the master. The founder.
We're all the masters.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so right on. And one of the things I learned in this branding workshop last week was this is the time now of family. Branding, and you're going to see it more and more with a lot of the money-making products. They're going to try to reach families.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're trying to reach you as a family. We're trying to bring wealth to your whole family and to your community. And I'm so excited about it.
I know.
And I'm so excited that you're out there sharing BioTouch with exuberance.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you were talking too earlier about somebody told you about consumerism. Who was that? What was that called?
Oh, a couple of years ago, this wonderful speaker, author, teacher. His name is Arjuna Ardo, and he said something that really stuck with me because he was talking about this time of change that humanity is really going through. And he said, what we have to do now is come out of a mind thought of a society of consuming and into a society of contributing. And I thought, that's what BioTouch lets us do. We are contributing to the whole now when we start using BioTouch because we are giving it away. Mm-hmm. We're becoming affluent and giving BioTouch away and sharing it with anybody, anytime, anywhere. That's the incredible uniqueness about this technique. So it just really inspired me, in many ways to think, yes, we're all capable of being contributors,
And how do you plan on going forward and teaching or sharing BioTouch up in the Chicago area?
Well, I'm really excited to be connected with someone else, Shakara, the Chicago area, so that we can kind of team up and do even more events and get it out to more people, get it to the masses, because that's where it needs to be. It needs to be in everyone's home.
And Chiara has a workshop. If you go to Pain Relief Depot on the Facebook, she has another workshop this weekend. Oh, no, not this weekend. This Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's her Art BioTouch combo, and we've posted a few things from that past class. Kai's going to hook up with her, and actually Chiara has a presentation she's going to give with the, I guess it's the State Naturopathic Convention in June.
Yes, so very exciting.
We'll all be up there sharing it. And so Chicago's booming with you and her.
Yes, watch out, excited. We're taking over.
Yeah.
Yay!
So I look forward to coming out there and sharing with you all too. So if you're in the Chicago area, contact us. We'll hook you up with them. office@justtouch.com. One of the main things we always want to make sure you get is to learn how to do this. So today we're going to teach you the ear set, because our workshop coming up in a couple of weeks on the 28th is going to be about tinnitus. So here is a simple technique to do for any kind of ear problems. Here's our manual there, and you can download Even the first 10 pages for free just to do the greeting. We'll share that right after we share with you how to do the ear set.
The ear set may be used for any conditions affecting the ears, including problems with balance and equilibrium. Step 1. On one side of the head, hold at X, which is just in front of the flap at the opening of the ear. On the opposite side of the head, touch points 1 and 2. Point 1 is at the indentation in the bone behind the ear, about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear. Adjust the fingers to be snug against the skull. Point 2 is a small indentation at the bottom of the ear directly behind the jawbone. Again, adjust the fingers so they are snug against the ear. Now find hold point X on the other side of the head, and in crossfire touch point 1, the indentation in the bone behind the ear, about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear. Then touch point 2, the small indentation at the bottom of the ear directly behind the jawbone. Finally, for step 2, in matching fire, touch points 1 and 1, 2 and 2, X and X.
That's what we're about right there, huh?
It's just like Kai just asked, is that her daughter?
Right? It's such a great demonstration that like kids can do this for their parents can do this for their kids. Like I was very lucky. My mom trained to be a massage therapist, so growing up she always gave us massages, gave us, these healing techniques. And this is something that anyone can learn. You don't have to be a massage therapist.
So you really had the hands-on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Always. If I had a headache, it was never go grab Advil or anything. Gosh, no. It was here, hold this set.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, obviously your mom did a good job because your brother just chimed in. Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
And we got Barbara Black from, she's out there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we have Julie in the Indiana area. So we're getting around the world, and all those people are part of families.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to bring wealth to the families. So please just take those 2 fingers and do the greeting set. Download those first 10 pages for free. Go to our website, justtouch.com. Just give us an email, and boom, here comes the manual right there. It's a video with it, shows you how to do the greeting. And if you'd like to be part of our 21-day challenge, and there's 3 of them, we'll put you into the drip system, and you can participate with us because it's time to make it a habit.
Yes.
And the more we make that a habit, the more the wealth grows. That's how it works. If you put money into the bank account, like somebody told me when I was young, if I'd put $1 in the bank account when I was an infant,
right,
by now it would have accumulated. It's the same thing with BioTouch. You just do the greeting, it accumulates. I mean, I think you've seen that with your people you work with.
Oh, yeah.
You do it once, you do it twice, and they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I go to start, say the first point, they're already breathing.
Yeah.
Once you start really doing.
Yeah.
So it's about creating habit, though. BioTouch is so simple. It's hard to remember to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to wait till we're in an argument.
Or a crisis,
or
right?
A crisis, right. Just do the greeting every day, and we really think your wealth basket will get bigger and bigger, and then affluency is affluency when you give it away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Share it with
because
somebody.
you can turn around and you can start giving it away. That's what the affluency is. That's the connection between all of us. Yeah, it doesn't stop here. It ripples out. Yeah.
So we want to make sure you remember that we have our workshop February 28th. It's on tinnitus. This is going to be, I have a sense, a really awesome workshop.
I know.
We have Mercedes, who is going to come. She works at the Medicine Wheel Dental and Wellness Center here in Tucson. She's excited about coming.
She is.
And we are excited about having her here. It will be live streamed because I'm here in town. So join us for that live streaming. And we have decided today also to do a live stream for our annual board meeting tomorrow night. So if you can't be here for our annual board meeting, we will live stream it at 6 p.m. Tucson time, which I think is Mountain Standard Time.
Mhm.
And I think we just finished another 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness, that went so fast.
I know, and it was so awesome to have you here today.
Well, thank you for
We
having
love Kai.
We do.
Yes, sirree.
She will be back.
That next generation that's bringing BioTouch to humanity. So
Yeah.
thanks for stepping up and sharing. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Paul.
And we'll see you all next week.
Have a wonderful week.